You've consumed enough. God wants you to start creating. Like plain and simple. God didn't just put you here to take in, He put you here to pour out. You've watched enough podcasts, you've seen enough YouTube videos besides this one, you've read enough book. You don't need more inspiration. All you simply need is action. You don't need another aha moment. You know, I can understand though because it feels productive to keep learning, but at some point, and it's a very thin line, procrastination is disguised, right? Like it becomes procrastination and it's easily disguised because you feel like you're being productive through the action, but the action that you're taking is no longer conducive to understanding, right? It's now the feeling or quote unquote the effect of getting off on that idea, right? I want you to also think about this, right? If you're not creating, if you're not going out into the world and pouring out, you're only taking in, you're depriving people out there from the blessings that you're meant to give to them, right? Like you're holding on to answers that someone else needs. Hence why I've been so heavily focused on growing this channel and putting these videos out, because I understand that even when I talk to family members, even when I talk to other people around my life, they say I should do things like this. Like I should speak to the people because there's certain answers and experiences and perspectives that I have that are uncommon for a lot of people. And I feel like I will, if I didn't start creating with this intensity and this just drive that I have right now, that I would be depriving you of a possible, breakthrough. Maybe you would keep researching. But I don't want to get too far off topic. I just want to kind of just set the precedent so you guys understand, like, the ideas that you're sitting in your notes app or on Notion or like someplace, the things that are just sitting there, those thoughts, you're just overthinking. Those ideas that you have, you're just holding on to them, right? In reality, that's somebody's breakthrough waiting to happen. Somebody's out there thinking, damn, I feel like I'm getting nowhere. And I'm going to tell you guys a little story, about this part. I have this intense ability to deeply research things. Like I'm phenomenal at it. And for a long time, this was I'm going to sound weird, but I didn't have, too many friends that were on like a sort of business or intellectual level I was on when I was younger, and like in middle school and high school when I was entering this sort of thing. So like everybody else was playing games and I was watching spiritual videos and trying to learn how to make money online and stuff like that. And through this process, I became a fanatic in learning information, which has been useful in my life in a lot of different places. And there's also been times when it wasn't. There's been times where I was so deeply trying to perfect something that I missed out on the opportunity to take action on it, that the blessing that I was meant to give to someone else ended up not being shared at all, because of the fact that I wanted to hold on to it for so long, because I wanted to feel some sort of security or safety in the idea. But you have to understand that when you're doing something like this, you're not just delaying your purpose, you're delaying the people connected to it, right? So if I never start making these videos, there would be a lot of people out there, some of you guys even, that wouldn't even have certain perspectives or wouldn't have any belief in themselves if I didn't try this, right? And for instance, God says in Genesis, God created not because he needed to, but because creation is the nature of divine power. So if you want to tap into the divine power, you have to get to this place of understanding that you have to create. If you were made in his image, that means creating is not optional. It's who you are. It's who you're meant to be. You're meant to go out there. There's 8 billion people on earth. You don't think there's a small group of people that can really benefit from the greatness that's within you, hiding below the surface, that you're not creating? And I think that it's really important for you guys to understand that, like, stop waiting to feel ready. You'll never feel ready. The world doesn't need a more perfect version of you. It needs the real version of you right now. And you have to go out there and create. You have to go out there and just decide that this is who you are, and you're not going to allow other external forces or seeking of validation or permission of certain things to say, hey, oh, I can do this now. No. The pattern is clear. God created, so you should go create, right? Stop blocking your blessings. Stop depriving the world of the greatness that's within you. It's time for you just to go out there and do it. And that's all I want you guys to say. You know, you need to go take action, right? And if you're looking for guidance on how to take this action, I do have resources in my community that you guys can find in my link and down below in the description. But ultimately, you need to look at yourself in the mirror and say, hey, I was created to create, and do it. Plain and simple. I love you guys. I'll catch you in the next video.